Aldrich Rosas, the Giants kicker, ready to go. And here we go from MetLife Stadium. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. 30. 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards. 6 points. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Spins away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. Throwing now is Manning. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Russell Shepard, 68 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, a long touchdown pass into the end zone. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The CD before this next drive gets going. The Pro Bowl took place January 27th in Orlando. 3rd year in a row that the AFC has won, and really the 3rd year in a row where the weather in Orlando has not been too kind. It was ice cold 2017, and then downpours the last couple of years.
Yeah, in addition to it being cool as well again this year, so rain and cold, that hurts the crowd a little bit, but still, this game has evolved into what I would call a crazier type NFL game. Quick whistles to make sure guys don't get hurt when there's tackling going on. How about receivers playing defensive back? Defensive backs like Jalen Ramsey catching touchdown passes. And to cap it all off, when they awarded the MVP a trophy to, I believe, Patrick Mahomes.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Alec Ogletree coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on fourth down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Giants set to get the football back, and they're coming off a 5-11 season. Now, look, that's an improvement from 2017, but still it's 8-24 the last 2 years. So, okay, you talked about earlier their need to get
You would think that if you could get someone like a Quentin Nelson who went to the Colts last year, you would want to do that. But there's also a chance they can get their future quarterback with the number 6 pick. So you might have to go in that direction and then come back and get the big guys later in the draft. Sitting in that number 6 spot, they will have a good chance at getting one of the top quarterbacks in this year's draft.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Oh, what a move. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up. A great rookie season for Barkley, over 1,300 rushing yards, 2nd in the NFL, 11 rushing touchdowns. Also a big asset in the passing game, 91 catches, most by a rookie in NFL history.
Yeah, second only to Christian McCaffrey in 2018, not counting the rookie status at all. How about 2,028 yards from scrimmage, which led the NFL, 15 total touchdowns. He ended up breaking 94 tackles. A lot of people said he didn't run inside. Oh, he did, and he broke those tackles and made plays downfield. And don't forget this about this guy. Those numbers would normally win Rookie of the Year going away. He'll be in a real battle with Baker Mayfield from Cleveland for that honor. I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. On play action, Allen muscles him off. Left side here, caught by Clay. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if he's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. As they get ready for this next drive, we shift our attention to a little Super Bowl conversation. The third time that the Super Bowl, Charles, is going to be played in Atlanta, and the Patriots had 35,000 folks come out in Foxborough before departing for a little rally.
How about that? You would think that would be a fan base where it might be a little bit blasé about the whole thing because they seem to go just about every year. But they continue to use their rallying cry. They hate us because they ain't us. And as for the game itself, February the 3rd, I can't wait. I'll be there to call the game internationally one more time. Just remember, this game is 17 years to the day since Super Bowl 36. Got this whole Patriots thing kick-started, literally, Adam Vinatieri with a game. Winning field goal. Patriots beat the Rams 20-17. Same franchise, different city. They were in St. Louis then.
Looking for Shepard deep. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Looking for Shepard deep. It's caught inside the 25. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Manning again. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley from 17 yards out. And the Giants are in for 6.
I can't help it, partner. I love backs who have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably, but that was the toss.
Well, for me, a toss, quarterback takes the snap, turns around, tosses it to
like
the tailback.
Like an egg underhand.
Yeah, like an egg underhand, really with 2 hands. And a pitch, usually like you're running an option-type play, and you pitch it out there to the trailing back.
Goes end over end like a field goal.
Yeah, where you turn it over, make sure that thumb turns down, and the ball flips end over end slowly and delicately to your running back.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 14-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. Rosas now to kick this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First down.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Being chased out left. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball. And we just saw there that that's difficult to do. But just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The pitch goes to Barkley. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll go for it. It's Madden. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Buffalo's offense coming back out here. This is a team that regressed a bit this season to 6-10, 9-7 in a playoff team a year ago. But, and you talked to looking for his tight end play, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Oh, he's got the full package. He can spin, he can juke, he can make you miss, he can drop a shoulder on you. Some of that elusiveness we saw at Penn State has definitely translated to the NFL game. Saquon Barkley hit the proper buttons and turn him loose.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. Manning to throw on 2nd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd and short.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. A handoff to Barkley. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Throwing on first down is Manning. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. He'll get it up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Manning now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley as the first half is winding down. And the Giants add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And Hauschka's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
We'll see how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Manning to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, 29 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. With those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, with that incompletion, let's look back, Charles, to the NFC title game. We had 2 excellent conference championship games, but on the NFC side, the Rams winning in overtime thanks to Greg Zuerlein. He had 2 huge kicks, but that was really overshadowed because afterwards, obviously, everyone talking about the no call.
Yeah, we should be talking about Legatron. A 48-yarder to get them to overtime. The 57-yarder to win it in overtime. He should be the guy who should be exalted right now, but you're exactly right. Nickell Robey-Coleman's hit on Tommy Lee Lewis in regulation. When I saw it live, I thought it was a bang-bang play. Turned out, it was definitely a missed call. Plus, they missed helmet-to-helmet contact on it as well. So if you're a Saints fan, you are very unexcited about the Rams advancing to the Super Bowl, but I still don't want pass interference to become a reviewable call.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Matt Darr now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. He's still on his Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, Barkley. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
The toss out to Barkley. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And now, is it 4th down? No, it's 3rd down. And the field goal. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Eli Manning with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Right there, the fake worked out perfectly. The holder took the ball and found his man. A perfect fake field goal. Love it.
Rosas True Blue on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Rosas now to kick this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So that one will be accepted. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green!
A give to McCoy. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins. To the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Blue 90!
On second down, here's Allen. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. That one goes for 24 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space, the big guys leading the way.
This complete to the tight end, Clay. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down.
Looking for his tight end, Clay, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. So after the INT, it's Manning going up top. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there. Manning to Shepard, 54 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Into the red zone now. Manning. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6.
So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that?
Although
they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. You know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 30.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Allen going to throw. His throw incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 30.
Now Allen again. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Pretty move. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through it. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
New York set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Manning looking to throw it. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I know it looks like fun to guys like you and me. We're up here in the booth and to everyone watching on television, but are you kidding me? In the snow, that type of a play, in the cold, you know that had to hurt to make that play.
I'm just mad he didn't make a snow angel while he was down there. Opportunity missed. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Rosas now to kick this one away. On the return, it's McKenzie. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down, and this one might be going the other way.
Holding, receiving team.
So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy.
Yeah.
In addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Green 39! Green 39!
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that will get him 1 closer. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They can now enjoy the final stages of this one. A very convincing win. I don't know what was said in the locker room, but whatever it was, it worked pretty well.
It certainly did, and it's probably a capper to everything that was said during the week because they go over every eventuality. I mean, you know how coaches are. They want to cover every minute detail, all the way up to how much time does it take to walk from the locker room to the field, you name it. When it all comes together and results in a victory, everyone feels pretty good about that.
Well, the I's were dotted, the T's were crossed in this one for them. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Manning gonna throw here. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead?
They've got his man complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.